So the next topic that I want to discuss is managing the configuration backups, right? So just a second. Managing the configuration backup or backups. Okay. So as you know, the running configuration on the firewall, it will comprise all the settings that you have committed, and they are active. So the policy rules that currently block or allow various types of your network traffic. Okay, the candidate configuration is basically, it's a copy of the running config plus any inactive changes that you have made after the last commit. So saving the backup versions of the running or candidate configuration will help you a lot, right? So this term is very important. Sorry for that, 1 second. So saving backup versions of the either running config or candidate config, running config or candidate config will enable you to later restore those versions. That's an important thing, right? So once you want to save the backup versions of either the running config that you have in the firewall, or you have some candidate config, if you want to back up those candidate config files as well, so you can actually restore those particular files whenever you need those. For example, let us say if a commit validation shows that the current candidate configuration has more errors, then you want to fix it, so you can restore a previous candidate configuration. Likewise, you can also revert to the current running configuration without saving a backup. Okay, so yeah, so all those parameters are possible, right? So likewise, you can do audit as well, right? We can do audit as well. So if you look for this managing configuration backups, I'll show it to you. So before that, you can just go to the Palo Alto firewall over here, and you can look into the device and click on this operations tab, and you can see this, there are the various options that you have over here, right? So you have got an option called as revert to last saved configuration, right? Revert to running configuration, save name configuration snapshot, save candidate configuration. You can load the name configuration snapshot, you can load the previous configuration version, or you can export your configuration name configuration snapshot, export your config version or device state, right? Or might be you import. So when you export or import, basically it will happen to a third-party location, might be at your PC, but the revert, save, load operations will happen in this particular firewall database itself, right? So we'll talk about it. Just the thing is, you can also perform a configuration audit, right? So when you go to the device and you have got an option called as config audit over here, when you click on that, and you can see there are multiple options that you see over here, like so local candidate, merged running config, previous merged running config, how many versions are currently running, who has committed those changes, etc. And you can see those committed versions informations as well, on which date, which time, what happened, right? And whenever you see, so basically you are seeing a summary audit of the local and running configuration version, the previous configuration version, and a saved configuration version is displayed over here, right? So you can see there is an option called as a version, right? As you see, this is version that you see over here. So the commit version for a particular commit, the version is assigned to a config commit by default and is in sequential order. Okay, so you can see who has done the commit, committed by, commit date, objects, basically summary of the config changes that occurred in the commit version. and the config change summary, it is displayed with some icons over here, where you can see there is a green icon, green plus sign. It says new configuration objects or policy rules were created as part of the commit, where a red minus, it indicates that the existing configuration objects or policy rules were deleted as part of the commit. And this edit or modification, it says the existing configuration objects or policy rules were modified as part of this commit. So if I click on, let us say, this icon over here, and I can see what configuration changes that has been taken place, right? And I can see the details over here as well in a good manner. Okay, so I can see the XML difference. You can see over here, you can have got two things. We can compare the version 7, version 8 XML difference, right? And you can see what are the differences that is made over here, and the change summary, you can see what all changes that has been taken place, right? Okay, so if you go back to the config audit, right, so yeah, there are two things. So you can select up to 2 config version, all right, and you can actually understand that what are the difference that has been taken place, right? Okay, likewise, so you can go to save a local backup snapshot of the candidate config. So for example, I want to save a backup of the candidate config to the persistent storage on the firewall. Okay, so this is useful for preserving changes that would otherwise be lost if a system event or some administrator failure occurs, right? So if you don't want to save a configuration backup, you can revert to the changes made since the last reboots. You can do that. So you can go to device, you can go to the setup, you can go to operations, and under that you can see you can revert to last saved configuration. On the top right, you have got an option called a save changes and revert changes. So when you click on save changes, so basically you are saving the changes on the candidate config itself, but you are not saving the changes in the running configuration. Okay, so you're not actually committing the change. It is like you're saving the change in the candidate config itself. Okay, so and you can revert to last saved configuration. That option will be there, right? You can choose, or you can revert to the running configuration over here. You can choose that. Likewise, you can save a named configuration snapshot if you want. So if you want to save it, and you can give a name over here, right? So you can just name a name configuration snapshot. Let us say this is backup 1 and save it, right? Config save to backup 1. And likewise, you can also save the candidate configuration as well, right? So you can save the candidate configuration as well, and this will be saved to an XML file called a snapshot.xml, right? You can load your name configuration snapshot. So if I click on that, I can select this option and I can load my previous backup that I've created. I can load that if I want it, or likewise I can load the various configurations versions as well, right? So more and more commits you do, right? So it will be having a sequential commit versions, as I've shown you earlier as well. So you can go to the any sort of earlier commit configuration changes if you need to do so, right? For example, you need to go back to a particular date and time where those certain configurations was done. You can actually go and select those versions over here. Okay, so yeah, good to do. And export, as the name says, you can export the name configuration snapshot to any sort of local directory of your computer. You can export configuration versions, so some versions, if you want to export that, you can do that, right? And likewise, you can also export the device state. So when you say export device state, it will include the entire device state configuration, including certificates and the device OS and the license versions, etc. okay. And likewise, if you want to the device, if you want to import the device state, you can also do it from here. Or likewise, if you want to import any name configuration snapshot, you can do it from here, okay. And on the right side, you have got reboot device, shutdown device. You can go for the device history to check, you know, the various device configurations that was done. As of now, it just rebooted, so we'll not be able to do that. You can also create custom logos, or might be you can also create SNMP setup over here. All right, so yeah, as I've told you, this option, that export option and the import option that you see, it is basically, this options will not be saving any data to the local PanDB, but it will save those information to your local computer, or might be the path that you specify, okay. So yeah, anytime you want to use those, you can, for example, I want to if I look for policies right now, and I see I've got an allow all policy, right? And let us say I want to create let us say I go to create a policy over here, and let's say this is test policy 1, something like that. Source zone, say it's trust zone, source address is any source user, whatever. Destination zone, it's an untrust zone. Any destination, let's say application is any, let us say I keep it as default, right? Okay, action is allow, service I select as any over here, application I select as any over here, action I select as allow, okay, and click on OK. So basically I've made a test policy. Now those changes are there in my candidate config. It has not been committed yet, okay. So if I click on this first icon, and if I save changes, so whatever configuration I have for this test policy, so I can save those changes. I can preview those changes over here, and I can preview this by the number of lines I want. Say 10 lines is an example. It will show me the preview. Just give it a second. As of now, you can see, so there is no differences because I'm not committing anything, right? It's like saving it, so it will not have any sort of changes, right? So yeah, when you save those changes, it will be done locally. So you can say save all changes, right? So yeah, you can also revert the changes to the previous one that you want, okay. Similarly, if you go to the device, and if you go to revert to last saved configuration, or revert to the last running configuration, if I do revert to running configuration and click on yes, just wait for that operation to happen, right? So if you look into the policy right now, the policy is there, okay. So yeah, similarly, if you go to the device tab over here, if you want to save your configuration, you can just click on the save name configuration snapshot and just give it a name as test1 config, something like that. I can save it, right? Config is saved to test1 config. Likewise, you can save your candidate configuration. So might be you have done some commit, right? If you have made some commit to this particular box, and let's say I have done a commit, so my configuration will be moved from the candidate config to the running config, and now I can save those candidate configuration as well, right? So let it happen in the backend. So if I click on the save candidate configuration, you can click on yes, and you can see that the config has been saved to this particular file called as snapshot.xml, right? And likewise, I can load a name configuration snapshot. When I click on that, I can go back to any of this configuration snapshot that I have previously used. So I can go back and roll back to that if I want. Likewise, I can load to any configuration revision version whenever I have made it. If I want to roll it back to any of the earlier versions, I can do that. All right, and as I've told you regarding export, so I can export the name configuration snapshot. So when I click on that, I can just define a name. So it is text export 1 and click on OK. So you can see might be it's giving an error. I can export a configuration version if I want. So let's say the latest one, the 10th is the latest commit which I have made just now. So that is fine, that is happening fine. So this gets exported to my current PC, right, to my management PC. Also I can export the device which I've shown you earlier, and likewise if I want to import any name configuration snapshot, I can import it from my local file, and I can import it over here. I can also import the device state from my local browser. Alright, so I hope these particular options are clear, and I believe you know how to take the backups now, so and also to restore it whenever you want. So yeah, I'll see you in the next lecture and talk about our next topic. Thank you so much. See you in the next lecture.